It's time to dust off your favorite chair and sit in front of the big screen TV. Get a drink in your hand because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Your number one host, the Thunder from Down Under, a man on a quest to make money for beer. Sparring DK presents Relegation Regen Rebuild, Atletico Madrid. Hello and welcome back to Relegation Regen Rebuild. This is season number 6 and this is the most important one. We need to go ahead and we need to make that Champions League final this season. Now, I did ask you at the end of the season finale whether you wanted a full season or an accelerated, and most of you guys, I think we had about 150 votes. It was generally, can you do another full season? So we will be playing every game once again, so we'll have the Regen Arrow and everything like that. Now, Chase the Ace, if you have been watching that, we'll be finishing up this week. So what that means is I've got some more days that I can bring this series to you. It also means that we may not have daily uploads up until FIFA 19. I've been doing daily uploads for nearly 3 years. We'll see how we go. These episodes take a little bit longer to edit, so I'm going to endeavour to try and get 6 to 7 of these out per week, just so that we can get through this season, or we won't have enough time before FIFA 19. So hopefully you're ready for that. Some of them I might shorten up, maybe just do the 2 games, just so you guys don't get too far behind if you are getting caught out with daily uploads. But yeah, a big season ahead of us. Let's see if we can do the treble. We did the double last year, but we want that Champions League title. That will be our main focus, of course. So, without further ado, let's start this season. Now, the board objectives this year are a little bit iffy. A high one is a long term here. We've already missed out on the short term, whether that's carried over from last season. I don't know. Something's gone haywire here. But we need to grow some of our youth squad players by 10 overall. So we'll have to keep that in mind with the training scenarios. Brand exposure, well, we've already got the short-term one of gaining 70 million euro in shirt sales. We want 360 grand in media earnings over 3 seasons. We're almost there. Continental success, reach the semi-final of the Champions League. Well, we're going to try and do one better than that and at least reach the final. And within 4 seasons reach the final. Well, I'm hoping that we can do that this season. Domestically, they want us to finish in a Champions League spot and reach the quarterfinal of the Copa de España. Financially, no objectives. We're free to go. Let's get into this transfer window. Now, I've got a feeling that, the Fist has been working for us, so we're predominantly going to have a red-hot crack this season with just going with the Fist. So we have to have a look at how our squad depth is looking just for this formation. We'll stick with the front 3 of Alvarez, Eduardo, and Armas, of course. Sancho, Russo, and Jose Manuel through the midfield. Rios, Pinto, Trabulu, Amaral. I've got high hopes for the lad. It's hard to fathom, but he's still only like 19 years old. He's got the potential to be special. He's still growing. He's going to become a top-class defender. A few hiccups last season, but hopefully he can have a good pre-season and get on top, and obviously Guimaraes Billa. Lovato could be a little bit of a concern, but I've still got faith in the lad. We've obviously got Lucera coming through. A bit of training with him, and he could possibly take over the number 1 keeper. We'll have to wait and see what is out in the transfer market. Obviously, we've got Gallardo, Lloris, so, our midfield is pretty swell. The Rock as a backup striker is completely fine. 2 left-backs there in Sala. Probably want another decent centre-back. Rivero is decent, but he's still young. That's what you have to think about this team. It is still very young. The oldest players are like 22, 23. Vandenbroek is coming through, and then some of the younger players here, especially the wingers, I might actually sell off. We'll see how we go there, because they're probably not going to get the game time in this formation, but we will need them for the reserve sort of games as well. If we're concentrating on the Champions League, we probably need that squad depth. Some of these younger strikers with high potential, I'm going to try and loan out, because I've got high hopes for them for the future. We've got Gasparoni and Barros back from loan, as well as Rotella. And Velasquez actually has the highest reactions out of all of our goalkeepers, so possibly some training for him as well this year. I don't know, let me know in the comments your training scenarios, and we'll try and implement some of those. But just keep in mind, we want to get some of these younger players trained up now. The first team is pretty strong. Maybe Jose Manuel, just try and, I like to have at least a team full of 80s as our first 11. So Jose Manuel and Guimaraes probably need a little bit of training. The rest of the lads, are probably fit and raring to go. So let's jump in. Let's see what our pre-season has in store for us. We'll obviously simulate those games, bit of extra cash, and then let's have a look at the transfer window. Right, so I'm going to clean the slate on the training. Let me know in the comments section down below on this one who we should train. This is what I'm going to set up for us to start with. Just try and start getting Jose Manuel moving forward. Guimarães as well. Amaral needs to work on his defense. And I'm going to train Velasquez because Lucero's out on international duty at the moment. Obviously, we might get through a month here in this episode. We've got the Super Copa to deal with Villarreal. They'll probably be the 2 games. And so, yeah, get commenting down below on your training scenarios. Right, pre-season tournament. Obviously, we just like to get the boys into some momentum and some form. Not really too concerned with money in this one, but they're all 4 stars, aren't they? So we may as well just go this one to South America Continental Cup. Right, our first piece of business is a loan offer here for Ada Akara, 70 overall. He's still only 17 years of age, the Nigerian. And our Sporting are in for him. We are going to actually accept this offer. Right, we've got a transfer offer in here for Fusto Barrios. And I do need to fix up the numbers for the lads that have come back from loan spells. But Barrios, just potential to be special, should I say. Plays a centre forward role. I think he could probably slip in here behind Alvarez. Although we've got Reina as well. I don't want to sell him off just yet. I think he could be something in the future, so I'm going to reject this offer from Middlesbrough. Right, a few lads are away on international duty, so we'll roll out with this team here in our pre-season. It's a 4-0 victory, but the Rock has picked up a knock. Bam, and just like that, the Rock goes down with an MCL. He is out for 2 months. Man, well, Ada Akara has left. He has gone to Real Sporting on a 1-year loan. Our second game of the pre-season, and it is Big Evans that has to start up front. Rishi is in there as well, and we come through with a 0-0 draw. Well, Villarreal have come in. They've put an €11 million offer in here for Sarr. We're going to go ahead and reject. Well, some more of the young lads getting an opportunity here with McCall and Perot up front there with Sergio Alvarez, and we get ourselves a 3-0 victory over Dortmund. Well, Wolves are interested in Rodolfo Gallardo. I think they haven't realised that he's not Portuguese. Their valuation of 14.9 is above his evaluation, but he is our number 2 left back at the club and really puts in a good shift, so we are going to reject. Well, we're through to the semi-finals. We're taking on Santos Laguna. It's Evans, Rishi and Alvarez up front, and we come through with a 4-1 victory. Our final scout reports are back, and we've got Korea. We've obviously missed out on Hyun Ki-young. He has gone to Monaco. And we've got Chi Hu Hak, 71 to 94. He's only valued at 60 grand. I'm only going to be signing very high potential and valued players this season. But if you do want to leave me some countries down below, we will send the scouts out in the next episode. We are in Serbia. We've got 4 players to bring into our youth academy. Obviously, a lot of those players left at the end of last season, just decided to pull the pin. So we've got Stepanak, 82 to 94, Petkovic, 82 to 94, and the Brankovic brothers, 69 to 94, and 72 to 94. Welcome to our academy. And we are, of course, in Canada. We've got 1 player to bring into our academy. It is Tyler Jackson, 72 to 92. Got a transfer offer in here for Tapio Salo. Now, he is our 3rd string left back, but he can play centre back as well. 77 overall, has the potential to be special, and that is why his valuation is coming in very high at 22 million from Roma. I don't want to sell these bigger players off. It's really the wingers I'm trying to offload if possible. I think Salo might have a role to play for us this season. Well, we've got a transfer offer in here from Fulham for Baptiste Ferrier. Now, he is probably not going to get any game time with us. We're going away from the winger sort of style of football. And, yeah, it might be time to cash in. So 5.7 million. We're going to delegate an offer here, and we're going to start a little bit higher. We're going to start it at 8 million, and we're not going to sell him for anything less than 6. And we'll see what they come back with. Well, we get most of our first team back available for the final here against Napoli. Arnos Aguano back in action. And it's a 1-1 draw, but we come through on penalties 5-4. Well, we've got a couple of transfer offers in here. One is for Oscar Segura, the Peruvian left midfielder. It is from Birmingham here. They've offered 2.25. His value is 2.1. I'm happy for him to be moving on, so we will delegate an offer here. I'm going to start it at 3.5. And we'll see if we can get 2.7 minimum for him. The other offer is a big one in here from Newcastle United. 30.7 million. I don't want to sell Amaral. I've got high hopes. He's just turned 20. I want to keep him around this season. I think he can be a real influence. Probably needs a little bit more training, but I don't want to let him go to Newcastle, so we're going to go ahead and reject that offer. All the offers are coming in hard and fast. It's 18.2 million for Guimaraes-Billah. That's not happening. Reject. Right, they've met with Baptiste Ferrier and they're agreeing to pay 6.5 million. So I think we're going to let Baptiste Ferrier go if he can agree terms to go to Fulham. Accept the offer. Well, Birmingham have agreed for 2.9 million for Segura. We're going to accept that offer. All right, Alcaron are in for an offer here for Sebastian Elbrecht. Now, 19 years of age, 66 overall. I think he's an exciting prospect. They've really come in underneath his evaluation though, so we're going to delegate this and try and at least get some decent money for the lad. We'll start it at 2.5. We won't sell him for anything less than 1.9. Well, unfortunately, they couldn't reach a deal, so Sebastian will be remaining with us for now. Baptiste Ferrier has been sold, 6.5 million. He has gone to Fulham. Transfer offer in here from Borussia Mönchengladbach for Halal. It's 5 million under his evaluation, and I think Halal, even though he's a right midfielder, could be a little bit handy for our reserves team. He's got some decent potential. We're going to reject this offer on the Egyptian. First of the month, so let's have a look at how our youth academy is looking. We've still got Mays in there, 86 to 92, Petkovic 81 to 94, Brankovic 75 to 94, Ustinger 86 to 92, Joshua Hogan 79 to 93, Stepanak 84 to 94, Brankovic 81 to 94, Tyler Jackson 72 to 90, Debogo 84 to 90, Kutanen 89 to 94, Dajo 86 to 92, Dijsselberger 91 to 94. Right, time for the first match of the season. It is the first leg of the Super Coppa. We've got Villarreal. Arnos is up to a 90. Yes, lad, get in. Let's get into this game and see if we can start this season off with a bang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've won the pre-season tournament, so this is our second opportunity for a piece of silverware so early on in season number 6. We're at home for the first leg of the Wanda Metropolitano. Everyone is fresh and ready to go, and we know who's in this first team. Aguado. Will he be on the fucking board straight away? Will Arnos be the first goal scorer of the season? Will Lovato lose his mind? And will we concede goals? Let's do this, boys. Early corner here for Villarreal. Closing the space well was Amaral. Drive it inside. Pinto Trabulo gets up. It falls to the man. Here's the strike and back. Back of the net, past Lovato. And Villarreal draw first blood with an away goal. 3 minutes have gone by. We haven't even pushed forward yet. It's Fornell's putting it in the back of the net. Not sure there was much Lovato could do about that one. It was a strike to the top left corner. And just a really good set piece that we didn't really close down well enough. Alvarez misses the challenge. Lovato dived. He did try. But he's missed out on the cupcakes and 1-0 down. Big throw in. Sergio Alvarez drives his way around and then drives it inside for Arnos, who gets a touch. It's tipped over by the keeper. Sancho. Jose, back for Sancho, does his man in. Oh, still comes Sancho. Should have been a free kick, but he decided to keep going. Ramirez. Runs it back to Russo and then flicks one forward. Sergio Alvarez comes back inside nicely, lays it off, wants to run. Sancho comes through, taken out. Nothing from the referee. Fuck off. Well, there is 2-0. We are defending like we've got our pants around our ankles. We may need some reinforcements here if this is what the season has in store for us. Simeone gets around Guimaraes-Billah. Amaral lied down in front of him, but it didn't deter him at all. He's whipped it past Lovato. Bang. 2-0. Well, there is the whistle for half-time. We've been played off the park and we're 2-0 down. Sancho drives his way forward. Oh, it's a lovely run. Sancho Gallardo, oh, what a block. Sergio Alvarez level, there's a penalty. Jesus, all over him like a cheap suit. Tried to slip 3 digits inside Alvarez, but Alvarez has dropped and will go to the spot. And hopefully we can find a goal to get back into this game.
That's on the edge of our seats.
Sancho Gallardo to step up.
He's got himself a few goals this season.
And he puts it in. He's got the opening goal of the season. We're back in it. It's 2-1. Sancho Gallardo, our scout future star, cool as a cucumber from the spot, finds us a goal. It's 2-1. Oh, just stepped up and sends the keeper the wrong way as well. Beautiful penalty. 2-1. Back the other way. Lovely manoeuvre here from Aguado. Great save from the keeper. Aguado was woken up. Sergio Alvarez tries to keep this ball in play. Picked off. Sergio Alvarez plays back inside. Sancho needs to slip out wide, and he does for Rios. He'll bring it back inside, finds Aguado, turns his man beautifully. Great save. Huge save from this keeper. But Aguado is starting to get moving. We've got a corner. The keeper's made 8 saves, driven inside. Aguado! And the keeper is there again. He's got an eagle eye here on Aguado. Well, let's make our 3 changes. Dennis Vandenbroek and Lloris check in for Alvarez, Russo and Sancho. 20 minutes to go. We need to try and equalise the ledger. Vandenbroek lays it off. He's got Guimaraes on a push. There is Guimaraes Billa. He set something up here. Try to push one through. Yes, he'll carve it up at the back. Diogo Rios. Here's the cross inside for Vandenbroek. Oh, saved again by the keeper. No, it's hit the crossbar. Ball forward. Aguado lays it off, and he's got Cardenas on the fresh legs. Cardenas moves his way inside. Oh, and he's fucking missed as well. Come on, boys. Find the shooting boots. Come through in the death. Amaral needs to get back to help out here. Fuck! Sake! 3-1. He pushed forward aggressively to find the equaliser, and it's fucking cost us. 3-1 now going into the second leg, and 3 away goals, so we're going to need quite a few. Amaral just could not get close enough, and 3-1. And there is the whistle, so a big second laugh. Big second laugh and shoot. Can't even get a word out. Ah, shit. Well, 16 shots to 6, and they score 3. We saw 1 from a fucking penalty. And, yeah, pretty lackluster performance there from the lads, to be fair. Right, we've got a loan offer. It's Real Sporting again, who have come in for one of our players, and they're after Salo. Now, I did say I think he had a big role to play here, but let's send him out on loan because he has the potential to be special. We want to keep him around on the roster, but I just don't know if he'll get the minutes, and then he'll start crying. So we'll accept the offer, see if we can get a loan deal. Well, it's another big offer in here for Amaral. Only 28.2 million. I am going to reject. He does have a role here to play at the club. I know people are probably going to get rid of him. Let's find someone better. But I think at least if he goes to the reserves while he is still growing, maybe we can get another big centre-back in just to play in the first team. So we're going to reject that offer. Right, I was going to play the second leg, but I think we'll leave that for the next episode. It looks like we might need some reinforcements. So I'm going to show you every single player that's on my transfer shortlist. Some of them haven't got a rating because of I'm still scouting. But you guys let me know if there's anyone in here that you think is worth bringing in. And if anyone in our first team that you think, you know, it's time for them to go, we don't care about their potential, you need to let me know in the comments section, and we'll get that sorted out. So let's have a look here. We've got Koprovic. And he is an 84 overall goalkeeper, 6 foot tall. His reactions are at 76, and obviously his goalkeeping is decent. So he is an option for us. We've then got Francesco Capella, which I think is the Buffon Regen, 6'2". He's got 78 reactions at this stage. Not sure what these kind of going to cost. 27 million. I mean, we've got about 120 odd million in our transfer budget, so that's not an issue. Then we've got a free agent here in Nicolas de Silva Fonseca, 82 overall, 6'3". Looks very good physically. So do we need to bring in this free agent? Let me know. Who do we replace? Do we sell someone off? Do we move Amaral to the reserves and send Dan Cools or someone out on loan? I don't want to fill up the squad too much. I'm actually trying to thin it out a little bit. Then there is Zachariah Shabake, Moroccan, 81 overall, 21 years of age, 6'6". Shit skill moves and weak foot. Okay, work rates. Very good strength, jumping and stamina. So could definitely play a role. Don't forget, Dan Cools is only a 72. Then we've got Reuben Dibble, 81 overall at Ibar, 6'2". Physically, he looks pretty decent. What's he going to cost us? He's only just joined, so we can't sign him just yet. Lebeau is a regen. Is that Ribery? 80 overall. Not sure we need a left midfielder coming in. And also a right midfielder in Francesco del Fabro. He's alright, but his work rates are shit. A left back here in Danilo Manuel Porfinho Jualio. Fucked his name up, but 6'4". Probably don't need a left back. Addison Jamie de Jesus Santos, 78, only 5'11", but an option if that's someone you think we should sign. Another goalkeeper here, I think this is the Casillas region, Luis Prieto Odena, 78 overall, 69 reactions, not too shabby. Magellan, who is one of our former goalkeepers, up to a 77 now. Bandini is a centre-back, 6 foot, 77 overall. We've got Yaro Muren, is that the Robin regen, 77 overall. Right midfielder, do we really need him? I think this is the Edo regen from memory, Lucien Onana. Pace for days. I mean, do we need another striker? Do we need someone to come in and play behind now that we're using so many forwards? Joel Vargas, which is the Lichtsteiner regen, 76 overall right back. Another right back could be handy if we're not happy with Tamir LD. Another goalkeeper here in Mario Gabron Gil. What's he got? 69 reactions. Another one here in Miguel Edison Soares dos Santos, 75 overall Brazilian keeper, 71 reactions, currently at the Wolves. A centre-back here in Caballero, looks okay. A central defensive midfielder in Cloud Torregrosso, 75. I'm not sure if any of these lads have just joined, so if you do say sign them up, we'll have to check. Duarte, our former man, is up to a 75. Lonkaric is from Croatia. You see the Modric regen, possibly. Diving header trait, 75 overall. He's only 19. Pretty cheap. Possibly an option. Jurko Pina, I think, is the Petacek regen, 68 reactions. He's currently at Aston Villa. Centre midfielder here in Barbero Hado, 74 overall. Ladislav Ulis is another Czech goalkeeper. This could be Petacek as well, I'm not too sure. 71 on the reactions there, only 19. David Perez Ruiz is a 74 overall goalkeeper. Fuck, he looks tall, 6'6". Diego Correa, 74 overall. Diego Lopez, he's played for us, hasn't he? 74 overall. We've got Xavier Cruzet, he's a free agent, 72 overall, high defensive work rate. Esteban Bizarro, a left winger, 72. Federico Castiglia, 72 overall, 23 years of age. Right back in Lucas Gradecki, 72 overall, 6'7". Holy shit. A man mountain. Peter Nivaldo Oliveira de Freitas is a 71 overall striker. Gabriel Rodriguez, our former player, is a 71 now. Michel Diataccio is 70 overall. He's at Aston Villa. What's he got? Flair passes. Okay. Daniel Arnaez Diaz, 70 overall there. Jordan Shipp is an American, 70 overall. Looks okay. Garcia, one of our former players. We've got Bruno Carrejo Montero, 68 overall centre-back in the free agents. Jermaine Williams is a Jamaican, 67 overall, 6'6" centre-back. Pecorini, one of our former players. I think we used him in the move there. For the Rock, 67. Romero is up to a 66. Silva, 64. Alberto, 64. Pascal Simal Tangel Mello, 64 overall central defensive midfielder on the free agency list. Castillo still a free agent at 63. Andy NG is at 58. Diaz, haven't scouted it. Ludwig Manciamina is the Ibrahimovic regen. Just waiting for his new rating to come back. And Peguera is a centre-back as well. So if you feel there's any lads in here that really should be playing in our first team, we can definitely go in for them. Just let me know in the comments. Maybe put some thumbs up. Get talking between yourselves below, and we'll get into making some transfers, possibly. Maybe shipping out some of our first team. Well, are they good enough for Champions League football? You let me know in the comments, and we'll get that one sorted for you. Right, so just to give you a little bit of an indication on how our first team is looking, it's right there on the screen for you. Ramirez is up to an 80. Jose Manuel, the only player that is under 80. Now, I've changed the reserve team to the same formation, so it looks a bit like this. We've got the Rock up front at 78, Cardenas and Reyna, Chevalier, Larice, Vandenbroek, Gallardo, Cools, Rivero, Eldib, and Lucero is the keeper. So if we go in and have a quick look at what their bench is looking like, it's not too shabby. I mean, Saar is still in there on the bench, Karoga, Bashani, Halal. I mean, they're wingers, but you know, they can come in and definitely play those forward winger roles here in place of Reina and Cardenas. We just don't want too many of them. Some of the younger lads like McCall and Rishi and that probably need to be loaned out if they can get picked up. But we're probably lacking maybe an extra centre-back, though Salo can play both. But if he goes out on loan, we might be a little bit short. Tamir El-Deeb there is serviceable, but 73, damn cool. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think we should sign, whether some of those first-team players come into the reserves and we try and sign some of those big centre-backs. I'm not too sure. Maybe we get another keeper. Is Lovato now our reserve keeper until Lasura and that are ready? Do they need a loan spell? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section and we'll get moving in season number 6. So that is where we will finish up the opening game of the opening episode of this season. As I say, there'll be a few extra ones here and there. Some of them maybe only have 2 games, just short little, you know, quick, fast-paced episodes just so we can belt through this season. But I need you to let me know ASAP, training, somewhere to scout, and who we should be signing. Who should we fix this team up with? It's going to be another big, fast-paced season. Hopefully we can make that Champions League. Not after that last fucking result, but we'll get there. Thanks very much for tuning in today. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.